Din, Jara. Din. Save this, but dodge that. Water, water everywhere, and all the world did shrink. Water, water everywhere, and all the cities stink. Water, salty water, soon come frozen ice. Water, friends, what grotesque price. Coleridge's vision of the ship with mariners stranded in the Sargasso Sea, a part of the ocean so stagnant with the ironic name of a cesspool surrounded by fresher water, moving salt water, in which the ancient mariners ruled the killing of the albatross for sport. They tie the body of the dead bird to the one who did the shooting, its 10-foot wingspan dangling to the deck on which suffering seamen scatter, gasping for any relief from the agonizing prospects that their punishment won't ever be relieved by death or by the one puff of breeze that can move the boat the few miles into moving water, taking them homeward. Modern mankind shot the bird of paradise and stuffed themselves into the gaping void left by its death. They raised arrogant cities, putrid, corrupt, murderous, armed hornet police patrolling vain fetish-laden anthills, swarming with insectoid beings thinking about nothing except sugary cakes, fast cars and buses and trains and planes coming and going back and forth to the same place they started from. Another Roman city empire grew, still wants to grow itself into the whole of the limited world, smothering out the natural source of life, while its engine, still shining down millions of miles above, its golden glow taking almost 10 minutes to cover the distance to Earth, only to be reflected back into space by smog and glass. A moment came, paused long enough to record itself in a sad selfie only understood by the few who railed against the mayor, who listened not, cracking his ear not, and so the instant passed by like one of those comets, also trailing ahead of itself a glowing stream of burning ice. Or, the better story tells, the family stood up that morning when the silent stream became unbearably loud, and they rallied and called to the watchman to launch the canoe. Run! Row! Signal to the rest in their beds to come swiftly and take seats aboard the brave craft that never deserted them before and is there now on the second beach. And they did come out. They all came out. The drum began low, without any perception that it was increasing, joined by drums on the mainland, by drums across the prairie, by drums on the other shore of Big Y. So loud it's heard in Spain, in France, in Poland, and Russia. They finally heard its spectre-like through the smog and dirty air of Cathay. The Korean infantile can caught its rumble, felt its tremor stronger than earthquake. Nippon heard, Sonic Sony heard, and finally the beat of the world drum tsunamied into the tiny bay where Sidney Thomas Crosby was born at Hippo. He set the net, and chums filled it with their grateful souls and bodies, pleased and proud to feed Irene's clan as Dempsey smiled his warm, contented, generous, and courageous Kilsla. With them all through this lifetime, she by his side, Haida saw Eden first and sent Eve out to learn to be good, which she did. Nature forgives and gives us the relief we need, even painful relief, because the universe also endures hows, suffers the lovable side of the people who almost forget their bare feet. They never forget again. World can be saved from the first scenario and by be joyous, reducing its population, and either on its own ticket at the highest cost to many, many, many in huge gobs at a time, or people can cooperate with the mother observing the Rocky Mountain marmot mother, who will beat her daughter if it becomes full of little marmots, aborting them, otherwise all perish in the hibernation burrow. Crowded conditions, freezing, asphyxiating, just from distress of closeness without relief of it. Abort, abort, abort the city! Never mind the puck, never mind Oscars, never mind roads to nowhere and back, never mind money, mind your mother. Haida! Haida Gwai is not yet your reward. You who love beauty, love success, who love the unique gratifications of your singular isolation from the modulated continent over your eastern horizon, just close enough to reach, far enough to ignore. You are here because the example must exist somewhere, otherwise who would demonstrate to the cloned continents how to harmonize the family with the clans? Watchman, the alarm went off without you hearing or with you turning it off. And so the dogs howled and the whale sounded in the earthquake. The canoe is taking in the sea and the food boxes are all being soaked. The fishing gear is being ruined by neglect and the moss no longer lines up behind you anymore. The wind throws curves, so steers woman sets you in circles around and around, never reaching port. The past went past you, so never mind posing beside it and being then. It needs you not then, it needs you now, and you know not how to be ancient again, and nobody really cares about another clutch of hopping dancers. It's been seen and tourists grow bored. The seats in the hall are limited by the beach, not by ministers with boxes of cash. Look at Willis's Nuxus picture, you children of Mary Wilson's beauty, and absorb her anguish, her live concern, her embarrassment at the road followed by once great, now ungrateful Indians. Again, Indians, because Hansi is put too far off for you to use the name Haida. The chef of chiefs, ended cooking her cockles and abalone alive whole, and feeding it to strangers while nursing their sore hearts, and then she gave it up and flew away because who listened when she was with you? Who obeys Levina and Sherry? Not many. I called Skiddigat's world's fairest daughter last because Barbara embodies best what Haida Gwai boasts: sure power, confident reticence, unadorned beauty, willingness to be herself on our behalf, no matter the prices paid in the old currency. Any wampum, the deep blue water shells that still retain their imaginary values, though sent far from Nootka to beyond the Great Lakes, the fresh seas. Barbara Jata, Mother Nanai Haida, is in a desperate spot with huge combers crashing around the skiff. Sure, you might save the islands, and some survive by climbing to the top of them. The beauty that sleeps there would toss and moan, and maybe awaken a little, gazing through swollen lids, but what would appear to her eyes on their eastern horizon, where saints won games and girls and caught the son of Alma, whose virginal daughter became for the third time mother of God's heavenly great-grandkids. He was enticed by Jada to trust the treacherous and renovated shifty sands of the bar and help Vanderzam dock the intrepid queen of ships and give rebirth to Solanus Caliph, the chosen successor, born to hands with many golden ringed fingers. Raven, 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 thus spoke that cumbersome ebony bird to the flocks of gathering eagles. Kilsly, Chamalkakek, Pishakilas, Gikami, Hi-yo! How Tommy? How Kun? Come here. Come here. Come here, Jada. Come here, Jada. I'm going to say something to you. Come here. Come on. Come on, here. I got something for you. Come here, princess. Come on, hurry up. Come on, get up. Get up. Come on, get up. Frankie, come on, get up. Everybody get up. Oh, you fuckers, you turned off the power. Now what will we do? Call the dog. Who let the damn dog come out? You! Look up there, Cranky. What's that? Go get him, Cranky. Come on, Jordan. Get him. Come on. Somebody, don't step out. Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Oh yes. Okay. Go for this. Go, Jordan. Go for this. Go, everybody. Some gigas. Some hana. Hawa Nana Lissy. Hawa Albert. Hawa Fred. Rosen. Hawa all the Beckys. All the Mabels. All the Sauls and Emma. Howard Joby, the love singer, the Haida love singer, passed it on to Terry Lynn. Love by the David son. We'll grow food over here in our valley. We'll send it to you. You catch food in your valley and send it here. We'll make it. We don't see it, but we'll get there.